So I saw this music video which was basically about this girl who had a group of friends and she used to make videos of them all the time. So throughout the video you would think, oh, it's a fun cute video about friendship. But as the video ends, hi everyone. So before we move into today's video, I just want to put this disclaimer that whichever fandom's name I'm going to take today, it's purely for entertainment purpose and for sharing my thoughts and views and for giving examples. So I know the majority of you won't mind it, but it's just for those few people who's for whom this video basically is for. So yeah. So, in my last video, I talked about how nostalgia has been gaslighting an entire generation, and I actually went down this rabbit hole. So one thing led to another, and this whole new world opened up to me, which was about fandoms. How fandoms evolved from being a common group which had a common liking to something much more sinister. So, that motivated me to make this video. So, without wasting any time, let's just get into it. So, before going any further into the topic, it's very important to first understand what is a fandom. So, Wikipedia states fandom as follows: a fandom is a subculture composed of fans characterized by a feeling of camaraderie with others who share a common interest. It can grow around any area of human interest or activity. The subject of fan interest can be narrowly defined, focused on something like a franchisee or an individual celebrity, or encompassing entire hobbies, genres, or fashions. Now, let's talk about the origin of fandom. What was the first ever incident? Feminist scholar Adrienne Wardwitz cited Jane Yeats, the devotees of the 19th century author Jane Austen, as the earliest example of fandom subculture, beginning around 1870. Another early example was the fans of the literary detective Sherlock Holmes. So let's go back, way back to when fandoms first emerged. We already talked about Sherlock Holmes fans basically inventing fan outrage in the 1890s, but that wasn't just a one off movement of Victorian melodrama. People were publishing their own Holmes stories, organizing meetups, and obsessing over plot theories in print, like Victorian Reddit threads. The fan creator relationship, already messy, already intense. These weren't passive readers, they were early stans, demanding story arcs and grieving fictional deaths. Fast forward to the mid 20th century, with radio and television came the celebrity fandom. Teenage girls screaming, crying, and fainting at concerts. This was the blueprint for Beatlemania. By the time the Beatles hit the scene, it was full blown hysteria. Enter the sci fi and fantasy fandoms: Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings. These were the first organized fandoms with fan clubs, newsletters, conventions, and yes, cosplay, before it was called cosplay. But they still operated offline. You had to mail in zines, wait months for fan club updates. It was passionate but slow. The early 2000s changed everything. Forums, LiveJournal, DeviantArt, suddenly fandoms had a home base. This was the Harry Potter, Twilight, and One Direction generation. Fan theories, fan art, fanfic, fan drama all exploded. Tumblr in the 2010s, peak fandom chaos. And now we have entered the Stan era, where fandoms aren't just groups anymore. They are armies, churches, PR department. Twitter stands, TikTok edits, streaming wars. Everyone's fighting for award wins, chart positions, and clout. So if you're a fan in the present time, you're not just expected to like something about them. You are expected to defend your fave. If someone even dares as much as to critique them, you must report them, just cancel them from the face of the earth or from the face of the internet. Because fans now have the mentality, if we will not support them, then who will? And this is where it gets kind of culty. And bear with me, I'm going to give you examples and I'm going to give you side by side comparisons of why I believe so. So, before justifying why I feel that fandoms are transforming into cults, let's first talk about parasocial relationships. So, my first encounter with the word parasocial was back in 2022, I remember. So I saw this music video which was basically about this girl who had a group of friends and she used to make videos of them all the time. So throughout the video you would think, oh, it's a fun cute video about friendship. But as the video ends, it was revealed in the final big plot twist that there were actually no girls. She was alone, she was filming nothing, and this led to the conversation of parasocial relationships in the community. And people were talking about how it is symbolic of that, because the one who was filming the video, she was the one invested. The one who were being filmed, they had no idea about the existence of the girl. And parasocial relationship is kind of that. You form a connection with this one person, but they generally don't have an idea you exist. A more formal definition will be a one sided connection individuals form with media personalities or fictional characters, feeling a sense of intimacy and familiarity despite not having a real life relationship with them. This is one of the major reasons why fandoms have taken such a shape, because of parasocial relationships. We are sold our faves as a person, but someone we can connect to. That's the type of personality and that's the type of marketing that happens. Think about K pop idols. They are given this image of your boy next door, girl next door. They feel relatable to you, you feel connected to them, and when that illusion shatters, that's when fans lash out. Let's talk about some notable examples of recent times of how fans have been just a little too much. Doja Cat lost over 500,000 followers in a single week when she said she didn't love her fans back. Swifties sent death threats to music critics who didn't give Midnights a 10 out of 10. Fans of Stray Kids once accused a pizza brand of sabotaging their faves because the brand promoted a rival group. Think about it, a pizza brand. So, all of these moments clearly points to fandoms being more than just a group where people share common interests. It basically is a mentality that my fave is right, my fave is pure, my fave is the best, my fave can do no wrong. Now let's get into cults. So what is a cult? The word cult comes from the Latin word cultus, meaning worship. Originally, it wasn't that deep, it just meant devotion to a religious figure or idea. But somewhere between ancient temples and Johnstone, it spiraled. By the 20th century, a cult had come to mean a small group of people obsessively devoted to a charismatic leader of ideology, cut off from dissenting opinions and held together by intense emotional manipulation, loyalty tests, and us versus them mentalities. Kind of sounds familiar, right? Cults work because they give people a sense of belonging to something. They give people an identity, a say in things. Now they can say, this is me, this is my tribe, and anyone else is enemy. So now, modern fandom. They check a lot of these boxes. Let's compare. For a cult, we need a charismatic leader. We have them. Our idol, celebrity, favorite content creator, your favorite anime, your favorite movie character, total devotion. They can do no wrong energy. Isolation from outsiders. Locals wouldn't understand, or if you don't stand, you don't belong, demonizing critics, death threats to reviewers, canceling antis, mass reporting, loyalty tests. Real fans wouldn't question this. Rituals and jargon, fan chants, coded emojis, secret lingo, us versus them mentality, our fandom versus the world, other groups threat. Now, I don't think the whole fandom is actually like this. Not all people indulge in this cult like behavior. There are casual fans who are just there to enjoy the art and nothing more, nothing less. Now, there are other people who basically have this mob mentality. I don't think they're actually really invested in the fandom. They just want to spread hate, or they are so unemployed that they want to indulge themselves, they want to just pass time. So these are the people who join these cancel campaigns, doxing without actually giving it some thoughts. So we have covered a lot of things so far. The origin of fandoms, the evolution, about parasocial relationships. Then we talked about cult, its evolution, and linking it to fandoms. Now let's talk about why do we see it on internet so much? Like even if you're not part of something, you will still see it on the internet. And let's break it down why. It's because the platforms love cult like behavior. They don't just tolerate it, they reward it heavily. Because in the world of social media, it's not about truth, nuance, or sanity, it's about engagement. Engagement is the new god. Remember how creators used to just make fun skits or commentary videos? Now look at some of the biggest fan centric YouTubers. Many make their entire careers off of breaking down beef between people, defending their fave against haters, calling out other fandoms in long expose style rants. Why? Because that content gets views. Because drama is equals to dopamine is equals to dollars. Now let's talk about how this is affecting both the people who are in the fandom and the people who are the leaders of the fandom. Now let's keep in mind that there are a lot of fandoms who are not based on real people. I'm just going to talk about how this is affecting actual celebrities and actual people who have fandoms based around them. Now it's very easy to say for celebrities that they are celebrities, they are rich, this is what they signed up for, this is their life, they have to bear with it. But I don't think that's fair for us to expect that from them. Why? Because they are just doing their job. If they are actors, they're just acting. If they are singers, then they're singing. They did not sign up for being harassed online by their fans or the haters, or being stalked, getting their photos clicked when they don't want to, or getting their life dictated by someone online. When your entire career is being watched by millions and those millions believe they know you personally, suddenly you can't make a move without someone feeling betrayed, reading into your outfit, writing a 3000 word Reddit thread about how your behavior is now declining. In cults, the leader becomes larger than life, not a person but a myth. In fandoms, the idol isn't real anymore either. They are a persona, a stand worthy symbol, a character in people's heads. So when the real person dares to do something off brand, like, gain weight or release a mid song, the betrayal feels personal. And that is not because they hurt you, but because they broke your fantasy, they broke your delusion. So I really like this line which asks a question. So if the algorithm is the priest, the fandom is the congregation, and the celebrity is the deity, who's actually winning here? And the answer is no one. Not the fans, not the deity. It's actually just the system, just the machine who is winning, just the algorithm which profits from this dysfunction. So the big question is, are we all just in a cult now? So I'm not here to tell you to stop standing your fave. You should not do that. Fandoms, if properly managed, are some of the best places you can find. You find like-minded people who share the same interests as you, who like same things. Sometimes it's such a wholesome place. You can freely talk about the things you like without being judged, and it's such a liberating feeling. I listen to K-pop. I still watch shows and get heavily invested and emotionally invested into them. So, this video isn't made from a moral high. Like, I am not sitting at some place and being like, I am not into fandoms, so I can criticize. No, I am a part of it. I saw things, and that's why I am talking about it. This video is just me wondering about how I got here and sharing with you all. So, I just want to conclude by saying that loving something, liking something shouldn't come with you have to take loyalty oaths. It should give you the freedom to be like, I am their fan, but I don't like this work, or I don't like the work they released right now, or their previous work was better. You should have the freedom to say that. You can enjoy things without becoming possessed by them. Fandoms are one of the best things that have happened, and we should really cherish it and enjoy it. It should be wholesome, it should be inviting, welcoming. Everyone should feel safe in the community so that they can feel like they can share anything they want. Let's make it like that. Oh, hi, welcome to our camera shop. Hi, I'm looking for a camera, something which gives the grainy vintage effect. I've just the right one.